Are you constantly watching your container plants die off season after season, forcing you to keep spending money replacing them? It gets frustrating fast, and honestly, it can make you want to give up on gardening altogether. The real issue is that most plants sold today are designed for perfect, controlled environments, not the unpredictable conditions of everyday life. They're raised in greenhouses where every drop of water and degree of temperature is managed by a computer. That's just not reality, sewer. But what if you could grow plants that don't need babysitting? Plants that can handle scorching heat, heavy downpours, weeks of neglect, and still bounce back stronger year after year. Today, I'm showing you the survivors. Sui. Welcome back to Ageless Gardening. Our mission here is simple. We help you grow smarter and enjoy your space at any age by focusing on what actually works. Today, we're doing a deep dive masterclass on 5 incredibly tough perennials. These 5 plants don't just survive tough conditions, they thrive in them. They are the special forces of the plant world. If you manage to kill these, then honestly, gardening might not be your thing. But don't worry, I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. Why? Before we get into the details, if you're tired of wasting time and money on high-maintenance plants that collapse under pressure, go ahead and hit that like button. It really helps us reach more frustrated gardeners who need this advice. And make sure to subscribe to Ageless Gardening for more practical advice that actually works in the real world. Hit that notification bell so you're always the first to see our masterclasses. Your low-maintenance container journey starts right now, Sui. Most perennials are marketed under ideal conditions: consistent watering, balanced nutrients, and constant care. But life happens. You forget to water. You travel for a week. The weather shifts from a cold snap to a heat wave in 48 hours. Sui. Containers get left unattended, and most plants can't handle that inconsistency. But these 5 are different. They come from harsh environments where survival isn't optional. It's built into their DNA. They are wired to handle stress and scarcity. Sui. I've personally tested these perennials through intense heat, heavy rainfall, and complete neglect. I've gone 3 weeks without watering some of these just to see what would happen. Not only did they survive, they kept growing. These are the plants you need. Let's start with plant number 1, Sedum, also known as stonecrop. If there's one plant that truly deserves the title of indestructible, it's this one. This succulent perennial is a masterpiece of adaptation, Sui. Resilient is an understatement. Sedum stores water in its fleshy leaves, allowing it to go weeks without a single drop. It can survive intense heat, long drought periods, and poor soil without ever wilting. Sui. Masterclass tip: while they handle drought, they hate wet feet. Ensure your container has excellent drainage. Use a mix of 70% potting soil and 30% coarse sand. In a pot, drainage is your most important insurance policy for sedum success. Cree. Watch the color transition. They start as green broccoli-like heads, turn pink, and finally a deep mahogany. Even in winter, those dried seed heads look incredible, covered in frost, and they provide vital food for backyard birds. Sui. Here's an expert secret. Sedum is incredibly easy to propagate. Every spring, you can pull a clump apart, or even just stick a broken stem into some soil, and it will grow. It's the plant that keeps on giving, for free. Sui. Next up, plant number 2, Russian sage. This plant is built for extreme environments. It thrives in hot, dry conditions and actually performs worse if you try to pamper it too much. It loves the struggle. Sui. The silvery foliage isn't just for looks. Those tiny hairs reflect sunlight and reduce water loss. Russian sage is a master of heat management. It continues blooming even when temperatures rise above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes. Gardening tip: to keep it from getting leggy or floppy in a container, prune it back hard in early spring. Cut it down to about 4 to 6 inches. This forces the plant to create a strong, woodier base that supports those heavy summer blooms. Suritu. Real talk. Stop using high nitrogen fertilizer on your sage. It makes the stems weak and soft. It prefers lean soil. if your potting mix is too rich. Pollute it with a little sand or native garden soil to toughen up the plant. Sui. The fragrance is incredible, a mix of sage and lavender. When you brush against it, it releases oils that mosquitoes dislike, but pollinators absolutely adore. It's a magnet for bees and beneficial insects in your container garden. Sui. Moving on to plant number 3, daylilies. Daylilies are famous for being nearly impossible to kill. They tolerate heat, cold, drought, heavy rain, and long periods of complete neglect. They are the tanks of the garden. Sui. Masterclass secret. Look at these roots. They are thick, tuberous energy storage units. They hold massive amounts of water and nutrients, which is why a daylily can survive a month of drought and still bloom the very next week. Sui. For containers, I recommend dwarf varieties like Stella de Oro. They stay compact and bloom consistently. If you want a longer season, look for re-blooming varieties that will send up new flower stalks all the way into early autumn. They are incredibly low maintenance. You don't even need shears. You can just snap off the spent flowers with your fingers. This keeps the plant looking tidy and prevents it from wasting energy on seed production. Sui. Every few years when the pot gets tight, just tip it out and slice the root ball in half with a spade or a sharp knife. Replant one half and give the other to a neighbor. It's that easy to expand your collection. Sai. And a quick reminder, if you're finding this masterclass helpful and want more practical, real talk gardening advice, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Ageless Gardening. Your support helps us keep growing this community. Now back to our list. Sui. Next, plant number 4, Yarrow. Yarrow is one of those plants that actually suffers from too much care. It evolved in dry, open environments and prefers lean soil and minimal watering. Neglect is its best friend. Sui. In heat, Yarrow keeps going. In drought, it adapts. In heavy rain, it survives as long as your drainage is decent. Overwatering or fertilizing it too much leads to weak, floppy growth, so put that watering can away. Sui. Masterclass tip. Yarrow is a magnet for beneficial insects. Its flat flower clusters act like landing pads for ladybugs and hoverflies. Having yarrow in your containers creates a natural pest control squad for your entire garden. To keep it blooming all summer, practice deadheading. Pinch off the dead flower heads at the first set of leaves below the bloom. This signals the plant to stop making seeds and start making more flowers for you to enjoy. Sui. Pro tip. Yarrow makes an incredible dried flower. Harvest the stems when they're at their peak color, hang them upside down in a dry spot, and you'll have beautiful, resilient indoor decor that lasts for years. Sui. They come from environments where conditions are unpredictable, so they've adapted to handle both drought and heavy rain. Even if you forget about them for a while, they'll continue flowering without much issue. Sui. They come from environments where conditions are unpredictable, so they've adapted to handle both drought and heavy rain. Even if you forget about them for a while, they'll continue flowering without much issue. Sui. In colder zones, once the foliage turns brown after frost, cut it back to about 2 inches. Wrap your container in burlap or bubble wrap to protect the roots from the freeze-thaw cycles that can crack pots. Sui. They are prolific reseeders. Let a few flower heads dry on the plant, then shake the seeds into your other containers in late fall. You'll have free, indestructible seedlings popping up everywhere next spring. Expert tip. Look for the gold stem variety. It's a workhorse that stays compact and produces a massive amount of flowers. As a native plant, it's also perfectly synced with your local ecosystem and pollinators. Sui. So what makes these 5 plants different? It comes down to adaptation. These plants evolved in tough environments, so they're built to handle stress. They use water efficiently and resist pests naturally. Sui. To get the best results, keep things simple. Use containers with proper drainage, choose a well-draining potting mix, and place them in full sun. Most of your gardening problems come from overcomplicating things. Sui. Masterclass technique. Water deeply, but not too often. Let the top 2 inches of soil dry out completely. This stress actually encourages the roots to grow deeper and stronger in the container, making the plant more resilient. 12B. The biggest mistakes? Overwatering, poor drainage, too much fertilizer, and not enough sunlight. Avoid those pampering pitfalls, and these 5 plants will thrive with almost zero effort from you. Let's talk about the containers themselves. This is a vital masterclass secret. The material of your pot changes how your plants survive. Terracotta is breathable but dries out fast, perfect for Sedum and Yarrow, Sui. Plastic or resin pots retain moisture longer, which is great for Daylilies and Susans. Thick concrete or stone pots provide thermal mass, protecting roots from extreme heat and cold. Choose your pot based on your watering habits. Sui. Thermal mass is your friend in containers. A thick-walled pot acts like an insulator, keeping the roots cooler in the summer and warmer in the winter. It reduces the stress on the plant during those extreme weather swings. Sui. Final masterclass secret. Mulch your containers just like you would a garden bed. Use pea gravel for succulents like Sedum and shredded bark for Susans and Daylilies. It keeps the soil cool and prevents rapid evaporation. Sui. Pro tip: group these containers together. Not only do they look great, but they create a microclimate of resilience. They share similar needs, making your maintenance routine even simpler. Sui. If you follow this simple schedule, prune in spring, deadhead in summer, and wrap in winter, you will have a container garden that outlasts everything else on the block. Success is in the system, not the babysitting. Sui. To truly master the indestructible garden, we have to talk about what's happening below the surface. Indestructible plants rely on a living ecosystem within your potting mix. Sui. And that's it. 5 incredibly tough perennials that can handle neglect, extreme weather, and still come back stronger year after year. Stop replacing your plants every season and start growing smarter. Sui. Masterclass secret: add mycorrhizal fungi when you plant. These beneficial organisms form a symbiotic relationship with the roots, essentially acting as an extended root system that finds water and nutrients the plant couldn't reach on its own. Sui. If you're ready to reclaim your outdoor space and stop the stress of dying plants, hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment and let me know which of these 5 tough survivors you're going to try first. Sui. Maintenance isn't just about survival, it's about aesthetics. Pruning these tough survivors requires a balance between keeping them healthy and keeping them looking intentional in your space. Sui. I'll see you in the next video. Happy gardening! I hope these tips give you the confidence to grow a garden that actually lasts, regardless of the conditions. Sui. Don't just cut the tops. Thin out the center of your larger perennials like Russian sage or Susans. This improves airflow, which is the best way to prevent the few diseases these plants might face in humid conditions. Sui. Check out our other masterclasses for more ways to garden easier and smarter at any age. Your journey to a resilient, beautiful yard continues right here. Sui. Think long-term with your materials. These perennials can live for a decade or more. Choose pots that can handle the freeze-thaw cycles without cracking. High-fired ceramics or heavy-duty stone are worth the investment for a garden that lasts. Chaiter. One final pro tip. Keep a garden journal. Track which plants handled that week-long vacation the best. Over time, you'll develop a personalized list of survivors that are perfectly tuned to your specific microclimate. Mox. Real talk. If you do mess up and a plant looks half dead after a trip, don't panic. These are perennials for a reason. Cut them back, give them a deep soak, and give them 2 weeks. You'll be amazed at how many will bounce back. Real talk. If you do mess up and a plant looks half dead after a trip, don't panic. These are perennials for a reason. Cut them back, give them a deep soak, and give them 2 weeks. You'll be amazed at how many will bounce back. Shiu. The goal isn't a perfect garden today. It's a resilient sanctuary that grows with you. By choosing these 5 tough perennials, you're investing in a future where you spend more time enjoying and less time replacing. Sui. In the end, a resilient garden is a reflection of a resilient gardener. By choosing these plants, You're choosing to work with nature rather than against it. It's a philosophy that makes gardening a joy, not a burden. Sui. Gardening is about connection, not chores. Use these strategies, trust these plants, and you'll have a container garden that survives real life and rewards you with beauty every single year. Sui. Take a final look at what's possible. This isn't just a collection of pots, it's a living, breathing sanctuary built to last. I hope this masterclass inspires you to start your own indestructible garden today. Sour.